in Kano State, Ibrahim Issa. Right, let's move on now to the National Assembly, where the Senate issued a warrant of arrest against the managing director of Julius Berger Nigeria PLC, Pierre Lubash, over the company's refusal to honor invitations to provide details on the Odukbani 2 highway project. The resolution followed a motion moved by the Senate Minority Whip, Senator Sita Ungu. The upper chamber had invited the company to come and give details of the project, but failed. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu will present the 2025 budget to a joint session of the National Assembly next Tuesday. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, disclosed this during a plenary on the floor of the Senate. President Tinubu had earlier submitted the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper for 2025 to 2027 to both the Senate and the House of Representatives last Tuesday. And TVC News senior reporter TJ Suaderio joins me now on the news for more updates. She joins me from the nation's capital. Let's begin with that of the TJ Su, that of the managing director for Julius Berger. This issue has been a lingering one. We've seen and heard the Minister of Works also speak to this particular issue. Tell us more about this.
Yes, Precious. Like you said, this is not the first time that, this matter is actually coming before the Senate. The Senate had sent different invitations to inviting these contractors to come and, explain to them how the money that was given to them was utilized in reconstructing, the project that was actually issued to them, which they claim is still in a very deplorable state. And the senators are very worried, and they, extended invitations several times to these contractors, including the Minister of Works, who appeared at one of the invitations issued to them. But of course, Julius Berger did not show up. I think they said 3 consecutive invitations was, 3 different meetings was arranged, to also hear from all sides to know what is happening. But of course, Julius Berger, ignored their invitation. This actually, the Senate did not take really lightly because, some other agencies of government and other officials are in the habit of, disregarding their invitations when they are invited to come and answer questions, pertaining to important matters confronting the nations, but they feel the nation, but they feel, they don't feel the need to respond to, the senators when they call, or maybe they send maybe a junior officer, and this the Senate is not really taking lightly, and they set to send a very, very strong message to those who are in the habit of doing so.
I will see how that plays out. We understand that a warrant of arrest has now been issued. But also talk to us about the President's presentation of the budget next Tuesday. What should we expect?
Yes, Precious, this is one announcement that, the senators have really looked forward to. What this will mean is that it's going to be a lot of work for them because, it's a few weeks to Christmas, and what that will mean is that they will have to, double up on their work concerning that budget. The budget is expected to be presented before a joint session next week, Tuesday, after which the Senate is, the National Assembly is expected to begin work on that fiscal document. Already, the MTF has been considered and passed, where projections have been made, and, the senators already know what to expect. The federal government is already proposing a 47.9 trillion as the budget, but this fiscal document is yet to be brought. That's just the proposal made in the MTF. When President Tinubu actually lays that document before the joint session of the National Assembly and the Senate, both chambers of the National Assembly begin their consideration, then we'll know what to expect. But of course, there's a lot of anticipation, some economic issues, some economic matters, the tax reform bills and all of that. We don't know what will be the content of this fiscal document, but of course, it remains to be seen when the President actually lays that, the budget.
I can imagine how busy that day would be for you and Joke Adisa as well. We would expect a lot of reporting. Thank you so much, Tijesu, for that update.